Hello everyone, this is Etho, and this is a video tutorial that's going to teach you how to build an automatic cactus farm. And by automatic, I mean the farm automatically harvests the cactus and then delivers them to you by means of water systems. This cactus farm we're about to build is very efficient, it's medium-sized, very practical, and very easy to build. So before we begin, let's just take a quick look at what the final farm is going to look like. Okay, that should give you guys a pretty good idea of what we're going to be building here. But before we do that, let's look at a few of the properties of cacti. First of all, you can only plant it on top of sand. If you try to place it on dirt, it won't let you, or any other blocks. Also, you can't place it adjacent to another cacti block. The game won't let you. You can, however, place it diagonally from each other. And this is the most compact way of placing cacti. However, this isn't a very good way of building farms because it's too compact. Another property of cacti is that they destroy blocks that touch them, whether they brush against the side or land on top. So most of the cacti that flies off, the drops, is likely to hit another cactus, and that's going to destroy your drop. So a better way of doing it is to just leave enough space. This is still a pretty compact way of building your farm, and it gives enough space for the items to drop without getting destroyed most of the time. So some other properties of cacti is they don't require light to grow. You can grow them underground if you'd like with no torches or anything. Also, they don't require water to grow. And normally, cacti will grow 3 blocks high on its own and then stop growing. The way the automatic cactus farm works is, since cacti don't allow any blocks to be placed adjacent to them, if you place the block adjacent to the cacti, second one up or third one up, it'll automatically cause the cactus to be destroyed. And then the cactus blocks drop. Also, signs are the best way of accomplishing this because they have no collision mask. So they act like an empty air block, and yet they will cause the cactus to automatically harvest itself if it's adjacent to the second block up or third block up. And let's look at the example of this now. Alright, so we're ready to begin building our automatic cactus farm. It's going to go right in this empty space here. And this is my LP world, and the cactus farm we're about to build I'm actually going to be using. And that's what this wooden thing is from. It's part of a casing that's going to go around the farm. But this is unnecessary for the design. And this is what the bottom's going to look like of our cactus farm. Pretty much exactly like this. So where this mossy cobblestone is, you want that at least 3 blocks off the ground. And plus an extra 1 block vertically for every 8 blocks horizontally that you want to transport the cactus drops. They all funnel to the center here, and then the water streams carry them to wherever you choose. Okay, so let's go up to where we're going to be building. Again, this wooden section is unnecessary to the design. To build this, you're going to need some basic block. I'm going to be using cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, and glass in my design. You can use whatever you wish. You're also going to need sand, cactus, 17 signs, I believe, some tools, and you should be good to go. The cactus farm itself is 13 by 13. It holds 36 cactus, so you'll need 36 cactus and 36 sand. And so we're going to make a square ring, 13 by 13 to begin with. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All the way around. Again, you don't need to use mossy cobblestone. I'm just using it because I want it to look nice. And again, this first ring, you want at least 3 blocks off the ground. More is better. The higher it is, the farther you can transport the items. Okay. And then we're going to place just 1 soil block temporarily. And for the base, we're just going to use cobblestone. And we'll have to go back up. And then we're going to fill in the whole bottom with cobblestone. I believe you'll need about two stacks of cobblestone or whatever you choose to use for this base, and then just fill it all in. And the water is going to be on top of this cobblestone. Okay, that's all done. So now we're going to start placing our cacti. And we're going to place them above each of these soil blocks. And space them like I showed you before. And all these soil blocks are temporary. We're going to have to remove them. We're going to just use cobble because I ran out of materials. Now the problem with sand is it falls down. So in order to keep the sand up, we're going to have to place 1 solid block on top of all these soils. And I'm just going to use cobblestone. So above all the soil blocks. This is a good chance to improve your platforming skills. Okay, and then we're going to place the sand on top. This is what the cactus will grow on. And once all the sand is placed, then you can remove all the soil blocks underneath. Because this is where the water's going to go, and you don't want them in the way. I like to place the water last so that it's not irritating you the whole time you're building this. Okay. And next we're going to place our cacti cutters in the center. And there's going to be 4 of these. And we're going to use... I'm going to use mossy cobblestone. Oops, it's actually got to go one higher than that. Okay. These are going to cut all the cacti in the center. And we're going to place 4 signs on each of these, on all 4 sides. Oops. The 4 cacti cutter cut the 16 cacti in the center, but they don't cut the ones on the edges. And make sure you have 4 signs around each one. When you have them in place, you can start placing your cacti. But be careful the order you place them, so that you can easily place them all while hopping on the sand without making yourself a dead end. Or if you're playing on peaceful, feel free to hop around on the cacti. There. Now lastly, we need, well, not lastly, but we need some way to cut the cactus on the outside. So that's what we're going to do now. It's going to cut the second cacti block. So at this level here, I'm going to be using glass. And we're going to make a glass ring all the way around. Okay. And now we're going to have to place another layer on our ring because there's a good chance when the cacti break that they'll land on the glass on top of it. So we're going to make it one higher all the way around. And remove your support columns. So at this point, our cactus farm is operational now. Every single one of them gets cut, all 36. And the drops land below here. The odd one does get destroyed, but it's pretty efficient the way we have it set up here. So finally, we need to hook up our collection system, and we're going to place one water source in all four corners. And that'll bring all the drops to the center. Okay, so let's go here. You'll notice the water doesn't make it all the way to the center though. So we're going to mine out the dry spots. And we have this diamond here. We're going to place the cobblestone just like this. In that pattern there, leave the center open. And you'll place a sign in the center to keep the water from flowing down. So we still have our dry spots here. What we do is we mine out these 8 blocks. Just like that. All the water current goes to the center. Those 8 blocks we mined out do have... They are a little bit slow, the water currents, but they do push the blocks out. It's not really a big issue. It just takes a little bit longer. And then they all fall to the center. And so lastly, we hook up our water water stream to transport the drops. Mine are gonna go right over here. And that's pretty basic too. I like to use glass for it, so that you can see the items in the tubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the maximum distance water can travel. Oops. And there the cacti go. And then you drop down one block and continue making your way to wherever you want them to go. Alright guys, I just did a 10-minute test and I got 36 cactus drops in 10 minutes. So that's 216 on average per hour, which isn't a ton, but you can, I'll show you in a sec here some other ways to get more if you want. This is pretty good for me. And I'm just showing you how I have my collection area here. I have a chest where I can place them. And I also have furnaces. So if I want to make green dye, I have a little setup here. I can do it easily for dyeing wool. So that's pretty cool. So since item drops disappear or despawn after 5 minutes, and I got 36 cacti in 10 minutes, that means if I wait 5 minutes or longer and I come here, I should expect to find roughly 18 cacti waiting here, all grouped together, with this size of a cactus farm. If that isn't enough cacti for you, there's a few things you can do to get more. You can either build more of these and put them side by side. You can even share walls with each other. Another thing you can do, you can simply make it bigger using the same principles with the water, but expand it using an odd number and have the cacti on the outside. I find that's more efficient. Another thing you can do is just simply add more layers vertically. I recommend having a space of 2. And then just start another thing of cacti above all of them. Add 4 more cutters and add the barrier on the outside as well, like we have here at the same height at the second cacti. And it won't be quite as efficient as the first layer because the ones on the second layer have an extra chance of landing on the cacti in the first layer, but it still works pretty good. I've tried it before. And those are some more ideas for you if you want it bigger, but this is a pretty nice size. You get plenty this way. And that's it for the tutorial, guys. I hope you liked it. And thanks for watching. Leave any comments and I'll try to answer any questions you have.